don't allow that.
Because nobody knows who the he is, and that's good. You know what I know about him? He's 54, and he's got a D next to his name. He's already got half the votes, and he doesn't have any of the baggage of the other guys.
He also sort of looks like Bill Maher. Bill Maher may love Dean Phillips right now, but most Democrats sure don't. The three-term Minnesota representative launched his long-shot effort to provide a Democratic or third-party alternative to President Biden, and now the Democratic establishment appears concerned that he could hurt President Biden's chances. But assuming he's just running as a Democrat, I don't get it. Phillips doesn't seem to have a specific policy issue or disagreement with the sitting president. In fact, he's voted the Biden line in Congress 100% of the time. And even after announcing his run, Phillips wouldn't even admit that he's challenging the president.
I'm not running against Joe Biden. I'm not running against President Biden. I'm running for the future.
He's sort of the Vivek Ramaswamy of the left, right? Vivek compliments Trump right and left and just says he's younger with less baggage. Is Vivek really hurting Trump? But Democrats already going after Phillips.
I really don't see what he's doing.
And I do believe that what Dean Phillips is doing here is disrespectful to the titular head of our party, the President of the United States.
And the left-leaning media, who've been turning on Biden a bit, questioning his age, whether he can beat Trump now, they're seemingly joining forces against Phillips as well.
If this were actually an existential crisis in the Democratic Party, if people were all trying to run away from Biden, you would have a Governor Newsom, a Governor Whitmer, a Governor Westmore running. They're not.
I think if you are going to take on a president who has done so much for this country so far and has restored in many ways the soul of this country, which was his promise, you got to have some kind of name recognition, I think.
Who do you have endorsing you at this point? Anybody?
Jim, I'm so glad you asked, because therein lies exactly the mission of my campaign.
But you didn't mention anybody who's endorsing you at this point.
No, I've said very distinctly, nobody in Congress.
At some point.
Biden's job approval rating among Democrats has tumbled 11 percentage points in the past month to 75%, the worst of his presidency from his own party. But what if, I don't know, something happens with Biden medically in the next year? Democrats are just left with even less popular Kamala Harris? Does he have a serious shot of winning right now? No. What are Democrats so afraid of? Joining me now is Joe Trippi. He served as campaign manager for Howard Dean's 2004 presidential bid. He's now senior advisor to the Lincoln Project. All right, Joe, so what is the big deal about Dean Phillips? Why are Democrats so concerned about him?
Dan, thanks for having me. It's been too long. Look, I think this is really pretty simple. There is no way he can win, one. Two, as you point out, he has no policy differences with President Biden. He's voted with President Biden 100% of the time. So historically, let's look at it. This has only happened 3 times. This is not something that just happens all the time. Only 3 times since, I don't know, since I've been around, has somebody challenged and gotten into a primary against their incumbent president of their own party. Mm-hmm. All 3 of those, including Ronald Reagan taking on Gerald Ford, failed miserably at it. And in the end, the only thing they accomplished was weakening the incumbent. That's what happened with Gerald Ford, lost to Carter. Kennedy took on Carter. That got you Reagan. It just weakened him. And then if you go, well, wait, this guy, it's not a big deal. He's not for real, Dan. Well, there was a guy named Buchanan who challenged George H.W. Bush in 1992. Right. And it didn't go very far.
But Buchanan had fundamental differences in policy, right?
My point.
Yeah. Right. No.
None of them. All 3 of those had fundamental differences on policy.
Right.
This guy. So it's a vanity project.
No, but thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.